Hello everyone. I welcome all the structural engineers to this course that is Learn ETABS the Consulting Way. So before we jump into the ETABS software or any modeling analysis or the design concepts, I want to first start with the importance of why this course is important. So why learning ETABS or why learning building design the right way is important. So what happens is it's not just a software. So it's not about software. Building design is a process where you need to know certain concepts in the right way. And why have I made this course? So generally, when we start learning about say building design or any building design software, we generally go to YouTube. We see one video here, say they show us one thing, then we see some other video, then they may show the same thing in a slightly different way. You are confused as to which one to follow, because following YouTube in internet or in YouTube, there will be a lot of resources available. But how do you actually understand which one is the right and you are not learning from someone who's teaching anything wrong? So it is very important that you learn from people who are having industry experience, so that you learn the right skills practical way. It could be building design, it could be learning any software. So this is the right process to learn. With YouTube, with general internet, the learning is random. So this is the reason for creating this course, that a structured learning path I can give you from where you can learn building design the right way from start to finish. So this is the reason why this course has been created. And also one of the most important reason why I thought of having this course is in our engineering also. If you may be wondering that we already learned say the design process in our engineering. So what is the issue there? So in our engineering, the problem was there was obviously the RCC design subjects. For example, when we talk about multi-story building design, in 5th semester we studied a subject called as design of RCC structural element. The problem there was we study there the individual element design. For example, beam design, there was a separate chapter where you designed only beams. Then column design was a separate chapter where you design only columns. Then similarly slabs and footing. So the issue is in academics, in the curriculum, we learned only the design of the individual elements. But as you know, when you work for a job or you design your own building, your friend's building, all these elements don't act individually. So all these elements designs are interlinked. Also the load path, the load share also doesn't happen isolatedly. Whatever the load that sharing that happens, that also happen as a group, like from say slab to beam, beam to column, column to footing. So loads are also get transferred from one element to another element, and there is an interconnection between the design process. So this is a major flaw in our academics. The books that we read or the RCC structural design, the subject was there, we studied individual element design. We don't know how to put it together to design a whole building and from start to finish. Again, one more the problem was we were not shown how to start the building design process. We were just taught even in MTech structures, just design of elements. Like even in MTech as a specialty, you were taught flat slabs, you were taught design of chimney structures, you were taught design of some other structures. But again, as a whole from start to finish, once you are an independent structural engineer, once you are a freelance structural engineer, how do you start a project? How do you finish the project? This entire life cycle is not covered in that academics. So this is what I plan to have this course in to help you all. Now also one important thing what you have to understand is why learning building design or ETABS for any software that matter, why learning it from the consulting practice is important. The consulting practice simply means how the buildings are actually designed by the consultancies, by different firms. So again, there is this debate of what is taught in academics and how relevant it is when you do the job. So there is a difference between academics and practice. So it is very important you learn things. It could be building design, it could be anything from the right consulting practices which are followed in the design. Many tutorials, even if you go to some trainings, many of the say CAT centers, it could be other institutes, they teach you not from a consulting practice, because the instructors theirs are purely instructors, means they do not have any industry experience. A person can teach you consulting practice only when he has worked in the industry. If you have not designed buildings in the industry, then you teaching is bit off. So that learning doesn't happen. Also, so before we continue, I want to make it clear that these are the in this course, basically, I'll be sharing you the resources from where I learned my building design during my studies when I was starting as a graduate structural engineer. Again, I wasted, not wasted, I would say, I spent 2 to 3 years in just exploring the right resources from where I can learn design. I spent 2 to 3 years just to see which is the credible source on the internet from where I can learn, whether to go from some institute, where to learn from building design and all. So I spent 2 to 3 years in my career start, and total of in my 7 years of experience, now I can suggest you the resources which are as per consulting practice, and that will actually help you. Again, the reason why I'm sharing this is, there could be many students, there could be many fresher structural engineers or even other structural engineers who may not be able to afford 5,000 or 10,000 rupees courses to learn, say, ETABS or to learn building design, whatever. So my reason is, I will share you certain resources from where you can learn the building design consulting practices. So what are these resources? These resources are basically recorded videos of building design. I have from different sources, but it is structured in such a way that you will learn the entire building design process from start to finish. Now, what does it mean? Generally, in so many courses, they will just teach you ETABS. For example, how to model, how to apply loads, how to do the analysis and all. But you have to understand that if you are a structural engineer, if you are designing a building, your job starts from right placing of beams, placing of columns, deciding their sizes, to all the way to sending drawings. So again, this complete process you should be knowing. So this is where the major gap is. This is not taught in most of the courses, most of the training institutes and all. So I will be sharing you the resources. I'll also share you, like, these are gathered from different sources, and also I'll share you the ETABS model also. I'll also share you the most important part of this course is you will learn both. You will learn the manual design also. You will learn how to do it in ETABS. So this is what I mean, a complete package, I would say. And please note that this course is for freshers and graduate engineers up to 0 to 2 or 3 years experience. This course is just like a kind of a beginning or an introductory tutorial. Advanced concepts will not be cleared. Just 3-story building design from start to finish. In a consulting way will be covered with just gravity loads. There won't be any seismic loads. So basically, I will be providing you online videos of design of the entire 3-story building from start to finish from a consulting way. So this is what you can expect in the course. You will get the drawings, you will get the ETABS model shown, and you will also get one sample practice project so that you can apply whatever you have learned. And believe me when I say this, I've spent 7 years. People spend a lot of time in learning from the right sources. So I can cut short that time for you, giving you the introductory or the basic building design process, how it starts. But make no mistakes, when I say it basic, it's still as per consulting practices. You get a fair idea of how exactly the building design is done and how it is done in ETABS software. So this is what we are going to learn in this course. So also one thing which generally is not taught in any other courses is the thing of preparing drawings. So how we prepare drawings. So what are the drawing samples? So to site when you send. So how to prepare those drawings. You will also learn how to read the code. So IS 456 will be dealt in this. You will be shown the design aids, how to use SP16, SP34 for detailing, IS 456, IS, So IS codes also, from if you want to design a column, say which clauses to refer, which charts to refer. So all of this will be covered in this course. And this course covers right from the start. Like as I said, this is not taught anywhere. Just directly they jump to ETABS. Preparing a building plan in AutoCAD. What things you need to keep in mind while placing beams, columns. So from there to all the way, analyzing the building, designing it again with the analysis results, and then preparation of drawings and sending drawings to site. So you will also find certain notes as PDF notes in this, which will help you. And I'll also try to put some interview questions also, so that you get a complete picture. And so this is what we are going to cover in this course. Also, in this course, a 3-story building will be shown how to model it in ETABS, how to apply the loads, how to analyze, and how to get the design results. Also, all the design sheets that are shared, like beam design, column design, footing design, slab design, the Excel sheets will be shared with you. So you will learn both the manual design as well as how to do it in the software.